My husband Bud has been gone almost 13 years now, but recently a friend who was visiting swore she saw him in the middle of the night. And the TV in his favorite room has gone on several times in the middle of the night when nobody was around. So who do you call? Well, around here it is not Ghostbusters, it's Liz Reed, the founder of the Paranormal Society of Bradenton. Welcome, Liz.
Well, thank you.
Tell me about the Paranormal Society of Bradenton.
Well, we do a lot of investigations for public buildings, and we do a lot of home investigations for different people that think they have spirits in their house, and we do a lot of things around.
You guys are very highly equipped with technology. Tell me what you brought and who you brought when you came to my house.
Well, we brought in a team of our team members, and they all have their special little things that they do. You know, some are tech, some are, you know, scientific, you know, and some of them are just, you know, have specialties. And we brought in a lot of equipment. We brought in DVRs, we brought in different cameras and, you know, meters and things like that, voice boxes to pick up things. And it was a very interesting little adventure in your house.
Yeah.
What things are you looking for with the different technology?
We try to go in with a mind that there is nothing there. And if it shows up, because paranormal means unexplained. So if we can't explain it, then we know it was paranormal.
My whole family gathered around to watch.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of eyes on all of this equipment. And you put all that equipment in my whole house. Okay, we've got the video. Show us what you saw. Bud will be stepping in. Okay.
Bud makes a grand entrance.
That light is a spirit. See that
Okay,
round light?
now that's the video of when Bud is answering you.
And what is this?
Okay, this is when you'll see there goes Bud.
Okay, that bright light is a spirit.
Yep, that's the spirit energy.
That went across the top of left corner?
Yes, yes. And there it is.
And
See
this
that
is when
light?
Bud makes a grand entrance into his office, because we were talking about his playbook at the time that you had found that you thought you had gotten rid of.
Yes.
And you can see it's broad daylight. We would have known if a bug was around, flying, you know, and he was just floating around us in that by that playbook, because we were getting energy off the playbook.
It was the light that we saw in the video. Is that something that you could have seen with the naked eye, or only?
No, not usually.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, we did, but we all saw it.
You saw
and
it,
there
yeah.
was nothing that could make that light. There was nothing in
You
there.
and Kathy were sitting with my husband at the DVR, so
Yes.
you guys actually saw it come in the room.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got some audio too, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Well, Kathy does not. I promised Kathy I wouldn't say a word.
Yeah, all right. So some things will remain in the family. There are a few family.
Well, so one thing that has always done Kathy is I said she was conceived at the Super Bowl. And so what did you ask Bud?
I said, "But is Linda's story true?" And he said, "Yes." Now it's national news.
Liz, does it influence at all? Like, you know, we're talking about the idea of a Bud spirit staying in the home. Does it affect at all if, like, Linda is still communicating with Bud, or still open to the idea of Bud? If Linda had remarried, let's say, is it still possible that Bud would have stayed in the home?
Oh yeah, yeah.
We might have been really mad. Well, you know what? I don't really believe Bud is sitting around my house watching TV in the middle of the night. I think he's up in heaven saying, "Linda, are you out of your mind?" But you lead a ghost tour, and I swear I've seen some things that nobody can explain. Tell me about some of the other ghosts that you've found.
We've done an investigation at Charles Ringley's house, and we caught a lot there. We've caught shadows there. We've caught his son Robert singing to opera music that we play in the music room. He actually comes along and at the end of the recording and says, "I sang that song." I mean, it's just amazing in his house alone.
What about your ghost tour in Bradenton? Who have you found there?
We actually just did an investigation at the council not too long ago, and it was on the news on ABC 7, and it was we caught a actual full apparition walking into the camera, which we did not see at the time until we started going through the evidence. But at the time that he went through, he was walking up to a pool table, and our voice box went off and said, "Hey, hey, hey, hey." And then when we looked through the evidence, we saw the guy was there at the pool table, and he was yelling to us to, I guess he wanted us to come play pool.
Now, it seemed like it was dark in the room. Does it have to be dark for one to see?
We usually do investigations at night because it is quieter. So the quieter it is, we don't get as much background noise. So when we're trying to pick up a voice or something and get an answer from, on a question, it's easier to not have traffic and things like that going on.
Is
Liz-
that the same with the visual part of it?
Yeah.
Have there been times where you've been able to bring someone closure or an answer that they weren't able to get?
Yes, I actually did a ghost tour. The woman contacted me and said her 6-year-old son really wanted to go on the ghost tour, but they were leaving the next day, and I don't do them on Mondays and Tuesdays, so Sunday and Monday. I said, I'll let you go ahead. I'll do a private tour for you. And we did the tour, and we got to an area where we let you use equipment and talk to the spirits. And he said, can I ask a question? And I said, okay. And he said, is John here? And his meter went up to red. And that's a full yes. When it goes all the way to red, that's a definite yes. And he started to cry. And I said, what's the matter? And his mother said his father's name is John, and he passed away 6 months ago. Oh. So I bent down and I explained to him that was his father telling him that he's still with him. He's going to be with him for the rest of his life following, and he's going to be guiding him. And the whole time the meter is going off. So he stopped crying and he turned to me and he said, can I ask one more question? And I said, sure. And he goes, is Poppy here? His meter went up to red. He goes, okay, Mom, we can go home now. Grandpa and Dad are here.
Oh,
and I thought that was so good.
Well, Liz also, of course, leads these ghost tours in Bradenton every week, and she's written a new book that's just out. It's called Haunted Manatee County. It's a great Halloween read. For more information, go to paranormalsocietyofbradenton.wordpress.com.